Hello, good day everyone. This is again Ian L. Palalios, and for today's video, this will be a reflection video related to the GPU, self-driving, and metaverse. I will share to you my ideas, insights, personal thoughts about this. So first, in general, when I watched this video about NVIDIA GPU, NVIDIA GPUs, autonomous cars, AI, and the metaverse, I realized something important. We're entering a future that isn't just tech driven, it's GPU accelerated. So, in the future, I think all of the techs or technology that we will be using have GPU. Why? Because we all know that GPU can handle so many things, like from gaming to AI. It's so much potential to it, right? Like for the longest time, GPU were just something we associated with gaming. Like me, I always associated it with gaming. If I wanted higher FPS, better graphics, smoother gameplay, well, you need to save money for a graphics card, right? That was the whole narrative. But now GPUs have evolved so much, right, that they have become the foundation of almost every major breakthrough that we're seeing in the tech world today and in the coming future, right? And honestly, seeing that transformation made me rethink what it means to be a future engineer as a computer engineering student myself. Our generation won't be dealing with slow progress. We'll be dealing with exponential change, like unprecedented change. Technologies that literally double or multiply in capability within years. Remember, years, not decades, right? It's mind blowing how we evolved that fast in just like less than a century. Okay, so the video showed how GPU core counts exploded from a few dozen to thousands. That growth isn't just a hardware upgrade, it's the reason AI exists in the form we know today. Before, deep learning was just an idea on paper because training uh, neural networks would take months, maybe even years. But then GPUs came in and suddenly, bang, trillion of operations became manageable, right? And it's possible. Yes, I agree that innovation doesn't come from new ideas, some, right? Some, but rather new tools. Sometimes you just need new tools to achieve greater things, like GPU. It inspired me as a student, particularly engineering student, because in robotics, healthcare, transportation, and even climate science won't come from inventing something completely new, right? But from using something like GPU in a smarter, more creative way. I think AI is the most obvious example of this. The way big companies like Nvidia builds specialized tensor cores just for matrix multiplication shows how deeply AI has shaped hardware design. And when hardware is redesigned for a specific type of computing, that means it's something huge. AI isn't just a trend; It is a long-term direction. But then that raises a question for me or for us. If AI becomes a standard tool in every industry around the world in the near future, what does that mean for engineers like us, like me? To me, it means engineers will need a different kind of mindset, not just problem solving, not just a problem solving, but also an ethical thinking. We are the ones who will decide what data an AI model should and shouldn't use, how much control should be given to algorithms, where automation is helpful and where it becomes harmful, how to design system that respect privacy, fairness, and safety. And lastly, I think AI isn't dangerous because it's powerful. It's dangerous if the people who build it aren't thoughtful or using it for bad things, right? And that's where our role became becomes important. So for the self-driving video that involves NVIDIA, okay, autonomous is a thing and existing in cars, right? And what's powering all of that? Yes, it is the GPU. GPU can do, yes, real-time calculations, reading the road, identifying obstacles, predicting human behavior, all in just milliseconds. When I thought about that, I realized how intense our responsibilities are going to be as future engineers. We're not just building this. We're not just building apps that crash or freeze. We're building systems that make life and death decisions, right? A wrong line of code isn't just a bug. It can be an accident. A mistrained AI model isn't just inaccurate. It's unsafe. It made me appreciate the seriousness behind this engineering work. Technology becomes powerful when it leaves the lab and enters actual human environments, and will be the generation that has to take that leap very carefully, of course. Then for the last video, which is the metaverse, for me, for me, I think it's just the gimmick, but uh, I will I will be honest. But let's be honest, some parts are hype, but the concept behind it is very real. Yes, we're already living in miniature versions of the metaverse, like online gaming communities, social media worlds, virtual meetings, AR filters, digital workspaces, even virtual classrooms. Okay, I think that's good and helpful one. These are all signs that people want more immersive, interconnected digital experiences. The metaverse is basically the next stage, a more natural blend of physical and virtual life. But personally, I think I still want too good. I still want the good old actual thing, like connecting in real life, because that's the thing that makes us human. Socializing in person, right? I may be not a fan of this metaverse, but I still respect some people that still favor this because it's innovation for humanity, right? So again, um, GPU. So GPU again are the backbone of this metaverse. Without GPU, none of these virtual experiences would be even possible. As a future engineer, what fascinates me is how the metaverse will force different fields to merge, like graphics plus networking, simulation and psychology, hardware and human behavior, communication and 3D rendering, and lastly, AI and digital identity. Metaverse is not just a place to play games, I think. It's a place where necessary things like education, business, entertainment, travel, and communication might all evolve. I think this is the part that really gets me thinking onto this metaverse. We're going to be the ones. I am going to be the one building the next generation. Maybe I am going to be the one that building the next generation of this technology. Not Jensen Huang, not Elon Musk, not Mark Zuckerberg. I know they all started that thing, right? But we are the ones. I am the one who will drive it forward. And that means thinking about how do we create technology that's accessible for anyone to use, not exclusive. How do we use AI to help communities, the planet, and humanity? How do we design autonomous systems that don't remove human responsibility? How do we build virtual spaces without losing the real human connection, like socializing in real life? Like I said earlier, I can just be an engineer who know formulas and programming codes or syntax, but I have to be an engineer who understands humans, who understands being me, like me, right? So to wrap up these things, these things up, this will be my personal opinion or take about this GPU and things in these such things. GPU will, yes, of course, GPU will help us to solve major problems that we're facing right now. Of course, with great power comes with great responsibility. GPU, AI, metaverse have this overwhelming potential that could help or destroy us. Sad news. So using it for the good will be helpful for us. I hope this will not end up like Oppenheimer situation where he created the atomic bomb and killed the millions. You know, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He's the one involved in that. Let this let that be, or let this be a reminder that we created this thing, this GPU thing, AI, metaverse, to help people, to save the planet, and to avoid greater threats that will come in the future. Yeah, maybe maybe that's it. That's my take. I hope you all are entertained and have a lesson from this video. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye. This is my midterm. Goodbye.